The Morning Gardener Show.
Yes, folks, that's the actual temperature. And if you look at the one below it, it's going to get lower than that this week. Downwards to about 1 degrees, 3 degrees, like that 5, 10, and 20 degrees. Okay, so this whole week is going to be a freezer. Let's see how the garden's doing in these kind of temperatures. This is my 2 peach trees, and I mean, they are cold, which is good in a way because they produce peaches once they, get those cold days for a certain period of time. But this is getting around dangerously cold for a lot of these pieces of fruit. And then we got my winter cold boxes out here, full of seeds, waiting for the weather to change, and then it'll start coming out. This one got covered, and I don't want it covered. Should have got the snow on there. It's okay. Wind blew that around. And there we go. I got some water in here that's frozen solid. And there's my peach tree. And it's doing real good. Can't believe it's still got a leaf on it, looks like. Now, I'm going to go up here and check on my grapevines. I mean, the ground is hard as cement. You can see the collards and kale. They're hanging on. I gave them a big dose of potash a few days ago. And that's what they look like. And these are cold hardy. But at 9 degrees, I've been out here 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Excuse me, I don't know how long I'll be able to take it out here. My hands just holding the camera is extraordinarily cold. But I do this for my people that watch, because that's why I do the Morning Gardener Show. I get the chance to teach others about things like this. I mean, these plants are, I believe they're frozen. Yeah, they are. They are. They're stiff as plastic. And over here, I have some onions right there. Excuse me, garlic, poking up through the, what those at the grocery store. Best way to buy them is at the grocery store. Sometimes you can find a store that sells a good price garlic instead of buying them from the garden centers because they mark them up. All this up here is garlic. And in here, all this greenery you see is garlic. I mean, I filled them up pretty good. And I mean, everywhere through this box here, that's a box actually, is garlic. And then we got the cherry trees here. I'm glad I planted those cherry trees. I think I have a total of 9 of them, I believe. I believe it's about 9 of them. I'm gonna stay as long as I can. And this is a grapevine here laying sideways. I gotta stake that when I get a chance this year. This one will be staked. All of them will be staked this year, actually. And here's the little one I started. I hope it makes it. I've got 3 of them in actually, but one's gonna make it. 2 of them look like they're dead. But these are grapevines in the winter. Look like dead sticks, but they'll come back. I've never seen them have too much of a problem with cold. The grapevines just don't care. This one here, I got to clean all this, these weeds off of it, because I just want them. There we go. And it grows up here, it's reaching into this tree. I'll stake this one as well. This one will be staked as well. So there's 3 stakes I need. And this here is the what they call this plant. It's called the what they call it? Kiwi. But it's an Isaiah kiwi. Remember that name, Isaiah, because what it does is it has the ability to produce on its own. It doesn't need a second plant and all that kind of business. It does it on its own. Now this, the coloring in it looks a lot different. Still got some green in it, but at these temperatures, I don't know. I double grew them before, but it seems to be okay. We'll see when it start warming up. Here's another grapevine. Really do like the grapevines because grapevine is just a perfect plant. It produces well. You can eat them, drink them, and these are all grapevines on a single stake system. And I like them like that because I can get different varieties all in one area. Up to, you can see right here, here's one, and there's one. They're like about 2 feet apart. You can actually plant them closer. And in here, you don't see my strawberries. They're underneath this stuff. But they're going to do fine. And my trees over here, I'm walking on leaves that are hard as stone. Excuse me. Here's one tree. And we have next to that stone. I put the stones there so people don't step on the trees. Here's another tree. And another one over there next to that stone. And infamous compost pile. Now, some of the compost pile has thawed out. See right there? That's because of the warmth that's inside that pile. And it has allowed it to peek out a little bit. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not too bad out here, as long as it don't stay out too long. But it's going to be 1 degree coming this week. I mean, tomorrow and next day. It's going to be dipping down. These are small trees here. All them apples. And I had one of my good friends here on YouTube tell me that this apple tree might produce larger apples this year. The first time they produced, they were very, very small. And over here, here's some buckets I got from a place. These are food service buckets, and they're 3-gallon buckets, and poke some holes in the sides and the bottom, and I'll use those as planting pots. And here, these are 3 more apple trees, and that one's loaded with spurs. Never had that before, but they're about 3 years old now. Well, the one in the middle is, and the other 2 on the side are still very young. And over here, got my rain barrel system, and it's emptied out. That's how you do that this time of year. You empty this. At 1 degree, this wouldn't last at all. And there's my pellet stove rolling. A little bit of black smoke coming out. I gotta check on that. Alright, this is the morning gardener show. Getting ready to take himself in the house. And now this tree here, oh, that's a pear tree. It's called this is God, what is it called? Duchess.